This is the story of the number two. Sounds like a test tone, doesn't it? Sounds like I'm a TV station saying, hey, there's an emergency broadcast system. But that's not what I am. I'm just John. I'm going to read you guys a story. And when I say read, I mean that I'm not going to read anything. I'm just going to stare at the screen here and make something up as I go. Pretty cool, huh? And that sound that you're hearing is our accompaniment, the thing from Zelda. That's what it is. Anyway, this is a story about the number two, the bravest steam engine in the entire Central Florida area. The number two had to contend with people every day. It had depression, and it did not like being around people, but unfortunately, every single day, it had to get up, and it was always sad. The number two burned wood. It could burn wood better than any other train ever. It could burn wood better than all of the power plants owned by the Orlando Utilities Commission. It could burn wood better than all of the barbecue restaurants that are on Food Network whenever they're, competing for smoked pork. And, so that's what the number two is all about. But it had depression, and a lot of that came from its habit of smoking wood. So, anyway, every day it reluctantly woke up, went to work. It didn't even get to go to the coffee shop because it had to stay on the train tracks. It was really nuts. So, anyway, the other thing that the number two was really bad about is it was kind of lazy. It didn't take its Christmas lights down when it was like February almost, and the neighbors would complain because it didn't pay its homeowners association dues, even though they're only like $25 a month. That's really not that much, but the number two didn't know how good it really had it. $25 a month is actually pretty cheap for your HOA fees. But yeah, anyway, puff puff puff, here I go. I'm the number two. It's the morning, the sun's out. Let's see if I can make this a decent day. I don't know if I can or not, but I want to give it my best. Oh, there's the lake. Yay! The lake was the number two's favorite place. It always wished when, it was a nice sunny day that it could go jump in and take a swim. But unfortunately, it's a train. Again, I don't know if I did discuss that. But the number two is a steam engine, and it has to stay on the train tracks. Sometimes when the number two is depressed, it would think about jumping off of this bridge. But it was really just an attention-getting move that it would pull when the crew wasn't doing a very good job. Like, I'm going to jump off this bridge. But the bridge really isn't that high. It's kind of like, hey, come on. I don't know. Come on. You're supposed to go up the creek, not across. You know what I mean? So, anyway, the number two trundled its way to its most favorite town. Tavares was a pretty good place. And on the way, the number two got to see a really cool place. It got to pass the Dairy Queen. The Dairy Queen was, the number two's probably favorite fast food restaurant, probably because it was the only one that was actually visible to it. Because remember, the number two is just a train, and it's on train tracks. Chuff, 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 here I go. There's a little grade. Ugh, do I have to do this again? Do I have to blow my whistle for this crossing? Do I? Come on. I don't know. I can't. Oh, I don't like blowing my whistle, but I'll do it. Oh, well, thank God I didn't hit you, buddy. Poof, poof, poof. That's the opposite of chuff, chuff, chuff. Going down the train tracks. Puffing my wood out my stack. Well, I'm almost to the top of the grade. Look at all those cars in the highway. They're going way faster than I am. You know why? Because they weren't built in 1907. Do you know who laid these train tracks? The Chinamen. Actually, they didn't, because this is Florida and they never got this far. But anyway, the number 2 proceeded west. We'll go with west. To Tavares. Tavares was the number 2's favorite town, and that was because the number 2's Facebook friend lived there. And it wasn't really friends in real life, but it would kind of sit outside of its house and kind of wonder if, like, you know, they could actually be friends in real life. But, you know, Facebook friends is close enough, and you could say stalking, but, I mean, really, we can't press charges there. It's a train track. It can't get off the train tracks. It's a train. So, on it went past the little lake that had the bird and the algae growing in it. Number 2 didn't really like that lake that much. It wished it could blow down on it all the time, but it didn't really get to. It just kind of went past and was sad that it couldn't, you know, do anything else besides go to Tavares and Mount Dora at 10 miles an hour. But sometimes it got to go down the middle of the street. So, chuff, 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 here I am. Hello, palmetto trees. Hello, oak trees. Hello, Pontiac, vibe. Hello, Cadillac Catera at that house. And hello, Subaru Outback and, Chevy Sonoma. Don't you look mighty fine today? I don't really know all of my cars because I'm a train and I just know Baldwins and Alcos and Limas, but you know, I try to keep up. There's that Chevy van there in the background. And there's this red car, annoyed that it, you know, is driving next to me. But anyway, time to go across the crossing into the Y. Oh, good. I didn't hit anybody again. That's pretty awesome. All the cars grumbled and grumbled as they followed the number 2 and its depressed and tiring attitude into Tavares. Do you think we're going to see your Facebook friend today? The cars teased the number 2 as it backed up into the station platform in Tavares. I don't know, Frank. Let's find out. One of the cars was named Frank. I don't know the other cars' names, otherwise I would tell you. Anyway, so as the conductor let the red truck drive by, honk, honk, meep, meep, said the silver car. Oh, that car disappeared. That was pretty crazy. Must be a magical place, like the island of Sodor. And the train backed into the station. Notice that the train is keeping to the right. Uh-oh, there's a guy riding on the platforms over the couplers. Not very safe. Anyway, the number 2 backed its train up with its depression. Depressed because it had to go back to Mount Dora. Climbing up the steep grades to Mount Dora. Ugh. Do I have to go back to Mount Dora? Can't I just stay here? Can't I just throw myself off that bridge? Okay, did you take your wood pills this morning? Number 2, asked the engineer and the fireman both together at the same time, and they both had to say, Jinx, you're it, because they both said it at the same time. The man climbed onto the front to adjust the number 2's number, which is kind of like a tie. You know, some people wear bow ties and some people wear ties, but the number 2 has a number plate. Drip, 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 said the hydrostatic lubricators. The hydrostatic lubricators are actually a chorus. They didn't like to talk very much, but sometimes they did. So, drip, 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 that's what they do. That's the sound they make. Grumble, grumble, grumble. That's the engineer. He's grumbling because he's wearing a safety vest, but he's also being safe at the same time, and he always has to talk the number 2 out of committing suicide. So, anyway, that's what happens All the people gathered around and they tried to cheer up the number two. It was kind of like an intervention. Don't be so sad, everybody said. Look at all of us. We're going to be your friend and put our arm around you. I don't care. I just want to end it all, said the number two under its breath. I can't believe I'm here. All I eat is wood. And I drink water. It's boring. Put some gin in me, for goodness sake. Come on. You could at least give me some whale fat so I could, maybe get a high off of like the meat sweats or something. But no, you got to give me this straight up expensive Franzen oil from North Carolina that nobody can afford. Oh well, here I go. Back to Mount Dora again. Oh, chuff, finally. I was trying to be dramatic there, but I wasn't really that good at being dramatic. I just wanted to, make you guys think I wasn't going to go anywhere, but then I did. So that was fun. Anyway, off I go. Smack, 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 said the man that was reading the story. I wish you guys would point this gun on my face and just blow my head off because I can't handle this anymore. I hate this train. I hate this route. Why can't I go back to Arkansas or Arizona or something? At least I could go to the resort, said the number two as it left town amidst gunfire. Well, that's the end of the story. The number two's sad.